What's up, guys, and thanks for tuning in to CRÜZR Radio, episode number 45. Let's get into it.
Gosh, I'm so glad you came by.
I'm glad you come out of retirement. Been hiding in the closet.
Well,
Too long?
I tried to get Michael to come down here, and he said, "Oh, got stuff to do."
Get Jerry.
Well, do it later. Jerry was on the phone.
Big Dakota's up here from the great state of Tullahoma.
Manchester.
Same thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not, is it?
No.
It's like 10 minutes away.
It's Tullahoma City, and Manchester's like the
Cookville,
rural.
Baxter.
So you got Coffee County, then Manchester, then Tullahoma's the
Manchester and Tullahoma are in Coffee County.
yes,
Okay.
but different police stations.
So it's like Baxter and
Yeah, Baxter and Cookville.
Cookville and still in Putnam County. And even Monterey.
Yeah.
Putnam County's big.
It is big.
Is Coffee County as big as?
Probably.
I don't know.
I think it's 10,000 acres.
Have you ever been to Lakewood?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Oh, my Lord.
Yep. I used to, when I worked for Coffee County, we went there.
I'm sure. We put fiber in that place, and
Yeah.
I kept.
That's why it sucks.
They call it Tent City.
Oh, is there a bunch of
There's like tents, there's huts.
There's
homeless?
There's
Mhm.
carports like this one out here stacked on top of each other, like 2-story houses.
Yeah. There's even a bus out there they live out of.
Yeah.
Is it like a homeless community?
No, it's just
Best of my understanding, the government buys plots of land and ships these people
Dumps
there.
them out.
something.
yeah.
Are you serious?
It's
Allegedly.
It's a gated community now.
Oh, it was gated when I was there, but that didn't mean nothing.
Yeah, but
I bet it smells wonderful.
oh yeah.
Look
So,
at us every time. Who's been hunting?
I haven't. Dakota needs to be.
yeah, maybe next weekend, muzzleloader.
Yeah. I mean,
Kill
you're probably
one.
like us, just busy.
Yeah, very busy.
Last weekend, I don't think I hunted at all.
You didn't because it was juvenile.
Yep, you're right. I didn't. Nobody did legally.
I did. I dove hunted.
Oh, well, doves. Nobody's got doves on the mind right now except Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good for about one weekend out of the year dove hunting. and then I'm over it.
I like it. I mean, if Dakota was to invite me and I went, I'd get to. I'd get in heat probably.
I'm the kind of person that if it opens, I have to see it all the way through. I have to keep on killing something.
Well, you was telling me when we was going to get platforms that November and December's
It
is good for big birds. I guess that's what
Oh,
you
yeah.
said.
So you get all the northern birds come down.
The big,
When it-
fat, juicy, good eating birds.
Hmm.
You like to eat them?
Yeah, I don't like to clean them, though.
I don't like cleaning them, but it's pretty easy. I mean,
Yeah.
I just
peel-
use my thumb and
Just peel the skin back and pull the breast out, and
Yeah.
there
wrap
you
them
go.
in bacon.
How many have you killed, like, you think, if you had to guess?
I've killed probably 30 birds.
That's
this
it?
year. Yeah.
Oh, I was expecting, like,
I mean, he ain't.
No, I'm not
15 a
slaying them
day.
out there. I mean, I'm not that good of a shot.
well, surely.
Well, he definitely ain't right now because he ain't got his gun.
No, I had to send it back.
Well,
Shame on you, Beretta.
Yeah.
Or is it a Beretta or a Benelli?
It's actually a Frankie, but it's made by Benelli.
Oh, okay.
don't they have, like, some crazy kind of recoil or something? Like, it recoils into the stock?
So it
or-
does have a kickoff in the stock.
Yeah.
So
What does that even mean?
it just
It diverts the kick
it
away
diverts
from
to-
straight
yeah.
back.
I never
pretty neat.
shot one. I'd like to.
I would too. Yeah, Dakota's the only one that's got any deer on camera right now.
I do. Got two decent size. I think he's a 11 pointer and one's an 8 pointer.
I got a hound dog and a pit bull.
I've gotten a bobcat, a squirrel. I got 2 rabbits on camera at night at 10 o'clock, 10:04 at night.
Dude, I smoked a bobcat 2 weeks ago.
Dude, the one I got on camera, he's like leaving, like walking the edge of the picture of the camera. And then like 2 minutes later, I get him and he's like full on sneak back by the camera. So he was after a squirrel or some kind of varmint.
That one I seen, he like snuck right up on me, 10 yards. I told myself, like, if he gives me the opportunity to put this crappy broadhead in,
he's getting it.
And he did. Dude, I bet he jumped 10 foot high in the air, took off, went straight over a bluff, never to be seen again. I can't get in no big deer. I don't know what's happened. Well, I do know what's happened. The weather sucks.
The weather does suck, but it's not keeping the deer. I mean, I talked to a guy this morning, customer / friend at this point. He's up on the mountain, as we would call it, up on top of Bon Air.
Yeah.
And he said it's...
Well, Evan sent me that
You don't
video.
know if it's... I don't think it's full blown, but he said it's on. Like, it's beginning.
I feel like if it would just get down 40s, maybe it'd just crank up.
But, I mean, as soon as the doe comes in, I would think it's on.
Yeah.
No matter what.
I agree.
It ain't going to cool down. I mean, the coldest day that I've seen in the next 10 days is like next Saturday or Sunday. It's like 60 something.
That's opening day of muzzleloader.
We're supposed to have a big cold front push in.
Oh, dude, 41 on Saturday, opening day of muzzleloader. There's going to be a lot of deer die.
Yeah.
What kind of winds were we looking at? Northeast winds.
Most of my deer, it's been showing up in the 40s degree range.
Dude, the farm that I hunt is not a home place. It's more like a travel corridor. You can't hardly predict them at all. They're not regular.
I mean, how do you think it's going to be opening weekend in muzzleloader? Since most people I've talked to, like you know, I talk to y'all quite a bit, and other friends that hunt, they ain't hunting much right now because the weather sucks.
Yeah.
And they ain't seeing nothing.
Yeah.
So I just wonder if it's just going to be like pouring a bag of marbles out into the woods.
I don't think it's going to be like that.
Freaking just be like, and pressure's going to be crazy.
To be honest, I think the week of Thanksgiving, the way it's looking right now, is going to be
the best.
The best. Yeah. As far as hitting the rut.
Dude, the week of day of Thanksgiving is one of my favorite days to hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a tradition to go before Thanksgiving.
Or at least it feels like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sucks is when you kill one, you're like, man, I've got like 30 minutes to clean this thing and get to a dinner.
Yeah, because I usually go to multiple, at least two. Most of the time, like 3.
Oh, that's me. But I got like one here, one in Jamestown, one back here, and then one back in Jamestown.
Oh yeah,
it's
that's how I used to be too.
Part of it though.
But yeah, it's just part of it.
What have you been into besides duff shooting, man?
Just working, trying to be a father.
Yeah.
Preaching. Again, very busy.
Yeah. Probably a lot of our listeners recognize you from the shows because you're our loyal trade show guy.
Oh, he is the best trade show guy.
I've only missed 2 this year.
That's pretty good.
He's the best.
You missed what, Iowa? No, you was at Iowa.
I missed ATA.
Was you at Iowa?
No, yeah.
Yeah, he was
there. I missed ATA and Pennsylvania the second go around.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't miss nothing.
Yeah.
I think that was just me, Justin, and Chad.
Mm-hmm.
That was before my time.
Yeah, everybody dipped.
Yeah. Dude.
Bunch of slime balls.
I forgot what was going on that weekend. I couldn't go. But
I can't remember. Most of the time I don't even ask you. I just go ahead and assume you're going.
I'll tell you one thing we can assume, that man right there will buy the best snacks.
Oh, yes.
Oh, 100%.
Golly, them gummy worms we had in Iowa. Woo!
You never leave a trade show hungry.
When Dakota's around.
No. Most of the time I leave it.
These I mean, y'all can, these trade shows ain't no joke. I mean, there are a lot of it's a lot of running around,
It is.
a lot of pre-tripping, a lot of post-trade showing too. But they're fun, ain't they?
Yeah, they are.
They
Just
are.
like you told me before, you're like, man, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. And that's exactly, in a nutshell, what it is.
It's weird because when you go on them, like the day you leave and the travel time, and then when you get there and when you get set up and like you're actually going to the shows, it seems like it's just like 3 days goes by in like 30 minutes.
But we have a lot of fun. I mean, we go see things, eat places.
Yeah, but you like when you're actually doing it, until you string a few of them together, like your first few ones, you're all pumped because they're the first. But when you get home after 3 days, you're like, golly, man, I'm freaking tired.
Yeah. Or sick. That seemed to be my.
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, you're shaking hands and everybody's breathing in your face of a million different people. But
it's fun though. I enjoy it.
About the only one we ever get sick on is the Great American Outdoor Show.
That's because it's just so freaking long.
I'm going to that one this year.
2 weeks of craziness.
I just like to see it.
It is pretty neat.
Yeah.
But I've been 2 years now. 2 consecutive years. And I mean, it's pretty much this. I mean, there ain't much that changes.
Really?
I mean, I know there's new products and stuff, but as far as like the layouts, a lot of your companies and everything get the same booth. So
out of all of them, what's your favorite and what's your least favorite?
The least favorite is Iowa by far.
What?
Yeah.
Just because it's so far drive?
Yes.
The show is fabulous, though.
The show is good, but it makes my stomach hurt just thinking about having to drive out there.
Well, I didn't have that problem.
The commute is a lot of what I look at, just because obviously I have to go to a bunch of them, which I know Dakota does too. But we're Southern, we're Southern raised, so it's nice to go up north and talk to those guys. But it is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like talking to them, like it's pretty neat to see the difference. But I tend to like the Southern shows a little better.
Really? So
Yeah.
like NWTF's your most favorite?
Oh, dude, I freaking love that show.
That's probably the highlight of the show season.
Yeah, and it's like this. If you count ATA, it's the third. It'll be the third one
show.
every year.
Yeah. It is fun. I mean, NWTF's fun. But
It would be a lot better, in my opinion, if we had a week or two of no shows before that. See, because it's the following weekend after we get back from the Great American.
Mm-hmm.
So you go 9-day stint, which nobody goes 9 days. We split it into 2 groups, but we go a 9-day stint, drive home, and then we repack really quick. And then that Wednesday or Thursday, we've been either or day, we're setting up for NWTF in Nashville, which ain't bad because we get to, we drive home every night.
yeah.
But it would be nice to have a couple, 3 or 4 really good sleeps before that. But it's still really good.
Yeah. Don't let me forget, and we'll talk about what we was talking about the other day before he leaves.
Oh, yes.
Talking about maybe getting us a little spot down there for the NWTF this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's nice too because we all got families and children, and it's nice because they can. It's not super far, so they can venture down there and walk the show and go eat or whatever.
Yeah. Personally, NWTF's one of my favorites because obviously that's when you turn to turkey mode. If you're not in turkey mode, that show gets you in turkey mode.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And then Iowa, just because you see stuff you've never seen before.
Just because the caliber of deer that you're going to see there is wild.
I will never forget. 12-year-old boy walks up to me and told me he killed his first buck this year.
Yeah, probably like.
And I was like, "Oh, dude, congratulations! You got a picture of it? 182 and 7/8, 10-point. First deer it walked in front of.
I mean, I ain't saying that that's like everybody's gonna smack one that big in Iowa, but the standard up there is, if you've never been up there, it's a lot higher.
It's crazy.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, they got little deer like we do too, but it's your chances of killing a freaking stud is a lot more probable.
I should have by next year enough preference points to draw.
Wow, I mean, this year we're talking about going to Florida, so if we
I forgot about that.
if we can make that happen, that'll be fun.
Yeah, on the beach.
Oh yeah.
That'll be a change of scenery for us.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of fishing stuff and whatever Floridians do, but we got a pretty good following in Florida, so I think it'd be good.
Yeah. You have you even got in the stand yet this year or no?
I've not. I mean,
Yeah, you have.
yeah, Velvet.
Yeah.
And a couple of times after that, but it's too warm right now.
It
Jared.
makes it hard to get in the mood
Yeah.
when you got to freaking trek up or trek to your place and you're like about to die.
Yeah. And one thing too, this year I've been really thinking about family. We coming off a trade show season. We're gone almost every weekend.
Yeah, more than a over the road truck driver.
Then,
Come home for 2 or 3 days and then right back out.
And for the listeners, I work in Nashville and I live in Manchester, and it's a hour and 30-minute commute one way every day. And I'm just so gone a lot from my family, and this trade show season, we've seen a lot of families that lost their kids.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I've got good relationships with Troy Ellis's dad, Obed Ellis, and talking to him at every trade show that he goes to. Our friends, Stubbs, Elevate.
Yeah.
They lost their son. Well,
Jared
lost his son, and I have a girl at the school that I'm at. She's 5 and she has leukemia, and she's over it now. But a lot of stuff took place this year, and made me sit there and think. I was 3 when I killed my first deer. My dad took me to the woods kicking and screaming if I didn't want to go, and he just drove me
mine
to
did
it.
too.
And I got to thinking, well, if it's so hot right now, I'll just go bird hunt
Yeah.
Yeah, take him with you.
and take my son. And when muzzleloader and rifle gets here, we just go together.
Yeah.
Like I was telling somebody earlier, if he can remember going to the woods with his father, even not successfully harvesting a deer, just being there, it's a win.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So basically you're saying trading seat time of what if and hunting the optimal days and the other days you're just spending with your fam.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, brother.
And take him with me,
Yeah, because that can be challenging in itself.
It can, but
Like just taking mine to pour out
Introducing-
mineral, I'm about, whew.
introducing him at an early age, he's 2, introducing him at an early age to the outdoors. I have friends that take their kids at like 9, 10 years old, and they fuss and cry, and they're like, man, I don't know if they'd be able to hunt. Well, you're
Not
coming-
saying that they can't get into it, but a lot of their likes are already established.
they're coming in it way too late. Get them out there when they're babies, and I'm not saying take your infant out there and hunt, but
But
get them out there when they're 2, 3 years old, and introduce them into the outdoors, and they'll appreciate it when they get older.
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, I mean, I didn't kill my first deer till I was probably 8 or 9. Of course, I'd been in and out of the woods ever since I was little bitty, but it was just different back then. I mean, we played outside. Me and my brother, we beat the crap out of weeds with sticks. I mean, that was the best thing ever. So
Yeah.
That's probably about the same. I think I killed the first deer with a bow at 12. That was like highlight.
I mean, that's pretty good because I didn't
Yeah.
kill my first deer with a bow till I was probably 16 or 17.
It wasn't much bigger than that spike right there. right in the chest at 10 yards.
Pretty intense.
With a Matthews Mission Craze on about 40 pounds. I mean, the arrow was only stuck in like that far. How it died, I don't know. But
I missed a lot of deer at that age.
it's fun looking back.
Oh, yeah.
Fred Bear once quoted, and I probably won't get it right, but it's like, introduce a kid to the outdoors and you'll never have time for anything else.
Amen.
Think of all the trouble that, I mean, we stayed out of because of hunting and stuff.
Yeah.
Could have been out running around the town doing stuff we shouldn't be.
I did my fair share of running around, too.
Well, I did too, but I mean,
I don't know. I was engulfed in it, obviously, when I was little because my dad was a huge deer hunter.
Yep.
Then when I got into high school age, you know, driving, stuff like that, of course, I still hunted, but nothing like I did prior, you know. You discover what girls are and all that. You just want to run around, be dumb, whatever.
Keep feeling like I got sunglasses on. I can't stand it.
And then later, you know, if it really sticks, I mean, I'm not saying it consumes all of our lives, but it's a pretty big big part in all.
I remember 7th grade. I was a very avid basketball player, and my coach was going to make us come in on juvenile morning and practice because we lost the game. And he gave us a big speech Friday night after the game. He's like, if you don't want to be here, don't come. And I done had it planned. Like, me and Lance are going hunting. I went home and told my mom and dad, I was like, I'm quitting. They're making me play. It's 30 degrees outside and it's juvenile, baby. So,
one weekend. Or you get 2 weekends a year.
I quit basketball in 7th grade to hunt. Strictly. Then I took up golf because it wasn't in hunting season.
Oh, I like golfing.
I love golfing. But
I'm not good.
I ain't been as much as I'd like to go.
You golf?
No.
Never? Never even been?
I mean, I've played it a few times, but not big into it.
You don't give a crap about it?
It's fun just to get out there and hang out with all your buddies.
Where did we go to Top Golf? What show was that?
Wasn't me. That was South Carolina or something that I didn't go to.
Did you go?
No, I was there. It was me, you, Justin,
it
Chandler.
Was Buckmasters, or not Buckmasters, World Deer. Because I didn't go, and I texted Hunter. I said, I'm glad y'all do something fun when I ain't there.
I remember that, but I just can't.
You know, we went to that Top Golf range, and it was...
Yeah, I guess it was me, you, and Chandler. And Justin.
It was fun.
Yeah, because we went with the Elevate guys.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember you telling me.
It's crazy, you know, being part of CRÜZR and hunting out of a saddle. You know, you get 15, 25, 30 feet in the air, and I'm scared to death of heights. I know Hunter is too.
Oh, yeah. Scared to death is an understatement for me.
And standing on that landing.
Dude, it made me a little...
I couldn't hit the ball because I was looking down. I was like, dude, if I swing over and I'm going over this net, I'm falling. I'm falling 40 foot. So,
dude, when Wes was at CRÜZR, we went to it was an open season trade show in Ohio during March Madness. Mm-hmm. Me, him, and Michael got tickets to March Madness tournament. It was Memphis played somebody, and then Purdue played somebody.
Didn't y'all sit on the top, very top?
Yes, dude. For an hour, I was like huddled up next to Wes. He was like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, dude, this is just making me, you know, because when the higher you go up, the more it kind of pitches you forward, and you're basically sitting on the person below you's shoulders.
Yeah.
Dude, it freaking messed with me for about an hour until I got comfortable.
Really?
Yes.
That wouldn't, I mean, you're still on the ground, though.
I know, but it's like Dakota said, the first couple times I hunted out of a saddle, it was like, it made me a little nervous, but it wasn't like nothing crazy. But now I don't.
It doesn't bother me.
You know, as long as it's 20, once you start getting about over 25, I get a little.
Yeah, but I mean, very rare occasions.
But I mean, I trust the equipment at this point, you know.
Yeah. Unless my first time in the saddle, I put my Kong on upside down.
Oh gosh. Are you serious? You got up to hunting height with it on upside down?
Yeah.
How did it even hold pressure?
It didn't.
That's what he's saying.
But climbing, how did it?
I didn't have it on my lineman's. I had it on my tether.
Oh.
So as soon as I clipped in and put I still have my lineman's on, but I went zzz.
Yeah. Change the doors.
Oh, I'd have probably dookied a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever like I ain't scared of heights by no means, but like my foot slips climbing up or something, I'm like
oh,
every time.
Yeah, I'm like a cat, dude. My fingernails grow instantly. But used to, it never bothered me. Like I've had jobs working on scissor lifts and snorkel lifts and stuff like that. Never bothered me. The older I get, the more weary I get of it. Scott was telling me there's this thing, he called it something age vertigo or something like that. His doctor was telling him about it. Because he said he got like that too when he got older.
Really?
And he was like, you can reach out and touch something, like touch the tree or something like that. And usually I've tried that theory, but it don't really, I mean, it settles you down a little bit, but still.
Yeah.
Because even now, sometimes, I don't know, I just get weird, like, feelings where I'm like,
I'm fixing to fall.
Yeah, I may or may not pass out.
I never.
I don't know why. I just start thinking about falling, and then I freak myself out, I guess. I don't know.
No.
Sometimes when I clip in, I go to lean back, and my tether is a little further out than what I expect. And I'm like, well, I should be catching by now.
Yeah.
But that gets me sometimes.
I love, like, if I could pack 3 sticks and get 40 feet in the air, I'd be there.
I like 3 sticks.
I want more. Of course.
Well, I mean, you could probably make you some 6-foot sticks.
Yeah, but I'm not putting a 3-step aider on my 3rd stick. That's sketch.
That is sketch. Yeah. I hate aiders in the dark, period.
Yeah. That goes back to, like, using a summit climber, though. Dude, I'd take that thing till the tree got narrow. Just high. It'd be a 20-yard shot.
Dude, climbers scare me to death.
I fell out of one. I was about 6 foot, but I'm out.
Well, my thing is, like, if you get up there and for whatever crazy reason that thing starts sliding down, it's like,
you just sit down.
You just, I mean, do you wear a safety harness?
You're supposed to.
Okay, well, if the tree stand falls, you're just going to be hanging from whatever heights that you were.
Well, that's why those trees or the safety harness have those suspension relief straps to, like, step in.
Oh, I've never even seen one of them.
Like, the muddy one I've got is rolled up in a little bag, and you just, like, it's tied to kind of like what we tie our linesman's loop to, and you step in it to release pressure.
Oh, well, that'd be all right, but I'm just saying.
Still, you're hanging there waiting for somebody to come bring you a ladder or something.
No,
I'm out.
That's the first thing I ever went up in, a climber.
I mean, I've been in the climber plenty of times.
Isn't it crazy to think, though, how...
I think they're comfortable.
For gun hunting, absolutely. If you don't have to pack them in a long ways, that's the kicker with those. Like,
yeah, if somebody come out with one that weighed like 6 pounds, 7 pounds.
Mm-hmm. I mean, those big 360 seats they used to have in them summits, and you take and adjust that seat all the way down, kick back, and just overlooking a big holler rifle season. It don't get a lot better than that. Unless you're in a redneck blind, but...
Well, yeah.
Those things are high, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, like I said, the comfortability of they got their place in your, tool bag of hunting.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I can see is just, limbs.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a big hardwood or, you know.
We need to, me and you just need to split one and put it on wheels so we can take our kids hunting. Just roll it out wherever we're going.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
That's, there's one got stole. Did you hear about that?
A climber?
No, redneck blinds, what I was talking about.
Oh.
That's what I was talking about, splitting.
Oh, well, I mean, we could probably make a frame and put it on the Ranger.
That'd work for me. I don't know how good it'd work for you. Where you hunt, though?
Yeah, well, I mean, we could just hunt wherever we wanted to then.
Park on the side of the road?
Just park on the side of the road or pull into a field.
Yeah. What about that deer we talked about in Middle Tennessee? You heard any updates on that?
Are you talking about the one in the beans you sent
Yep.
the picture of?
That he knew about?
You knew about that deer?
He dropped us a pin.
Oh, I just looked on X. And I
Oh.
was like, this is probably where the general area of this deer would be.
Who's hunting that deer, you reckon?
What?
Supposedly, like T-Dub's like
Camped, yeah.
like security guard for this thing.
So what about the deer in Nashville?
That's the one I was talking about.
Oh, this one was in Kentucky.
No,
Like on the border.
Well, they had seen it in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Is it not? Are we talking about the?
I think it's two different deers we're talking about.
The one he's talking about, the guy said that they had pictures of him in Kentucky, but he lived in Tennessee.
And I thought it was like North Nashville or something.
No, this one was way far from Nashville.
Let me see. But the deer that I'm talking about, I wouldn't be surprised if the boys from Sequoia ain't trying to get on that deer.
100%. If they ain't, they need to be.
I mean, to be honest with you, when they put that video out and it was blurred,
I thought that too.
I did too. And then he killed that.
I'm sure it probably pinged on their radar.
Oh,
there ain't no way
you know
that
it
deer
did.
didn't come across the radar.
Golly, we talk a lot. You know what?
Yeah,
Oh, that's that first deer I killed.
I remember.
Yeah, I just passed it.
Oh.
Don't say who posted it.
Well, I mean, it was shared over like 500 times. I don't think it matters.
True.
If you're dumb enough to put it on Facebook to show the world, the least thing we could do is tell who posted it. Hey, you never know. CJ Alexander might be up there to find that thing.
Yeah.
Golly. Talk too much, boys. Oh, nope.
I know.
I'll
I was
find it here.
looking this morning, and I looked down at my phone, and I had like 11 text messages. I was like, my gosh.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, next to Logan
Yeah.
County. And that's a pretty good ways from Nashville.
100% in Logan County. He's 100% not unless he traveled 40 miles in the last 2 weeks. If you don't believe me, TWRA will vouch for me if they've been camped out on him since my pictures got around. So he is in Tennessee now.
This thing is a freak.
Yes.
An absolute freak.
But there's another like 200-inch deer.
Oh, that deer right there is 200 all day long.
Dude, he's way more than 200.
Yeah.
That's like this Stephen Tucker. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Stephen Tucker.
That deer?
Gallatin,
It was what?
237.
And I mean, I don't think it had that many points, did it?
It had a bunch of points, but it wasn't real wide. He was
No.
pretty narrow.
He's pretty much
Tight.
massive.
What do you, I mean,
He's not a pretty deer.
No.
I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't be absolutely tickled to death to take him, but, you know.
He just had too much junk on him for me.
Yeah.
Would I shot him if he walked out?
100%. Yeah, I've been
But
happy
would
to do so.
But what I would have hunted him like regularly like he did, because he had multiple encounters with this deer. He's missed that deer, what, twice
who?
I don't know.
before he killed that deer?
I have no clue, brother.
Who are you talking about?
Steven.
Missed it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like his muzzleloader didn't go off at one, or
I just noticed this. Will you pop that on? Just no notice it. I was trying to turn it on with my phone, but it was not cooperating. Let there be light,
yeah,
they said.
we're probably sitting in the dark.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Well, I was like, man, it is kind of dark in here. Then I looked up and I was looking around. But
Yeah.
well, how do you think that deer turn into that, or that Stephen Tucker deer? Like,
I don't know. I'm a firm believer they got the genetics or they don't.
yeah,
And if it's a few different variables in that make up that big rack.
yeah.
Genetics and time
Nutrition.
and nutrition. If you can get those three things to line up,
And water sources, because they have to have water.
well, I mean, you
to
can
build.
kind of put that into the nutrition.
Yeah.
But if they got the right food and good genetics, and then they get time,
Yeah.
I think they can be.
I mean, we can look at a 1.5 year old deer that either are spikes or 6 pointers or 8 pointers already at 1.5 years or almost 2 years old.
Yeah.
And still be small.
Yeah,
How old was that deer? Do you know that he killed?
I don't.
I wonder if it was like a freak 3-year-old or like a 7 or 8-year-old deer,
I want to say he was around a 4-year-old,
which
deer.
is still young.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're gonna have Bradley Cohen on from the Cohen Lab. I talked to him this week.
Did you?
That'll be a good question for him.
Oh yeah,
He'll know all about that.
He'll know all about that stuff.
But around here, a 4-year-old deer, that's pretty reg to kill a 4-year-old deer.
Or 3.
Yeah. It's kind of rare to see a 6 to 7-year-old deer live in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Well, I mean, that's a combination of issues.
But
I
we
think.
do know people that
Yeah.
hunt mature deer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you just be blind to the what's on top of their head, and you're hunting them for the age.
Yeah.
And you know, most of the time, like I said, if they got it in them and they're mature, they're gonna have some head wear.
For sure. Or it could be the opposite, actually. I mean,
Yeah.
they could be a 8-year-old
Gnarly.
deer with a spike. I mean, I ain't never seen it. Speaking of spikes, it made me think about that.
Dude,
He's got a
that
3-year-old spike.
It's freaking awesome. I've never seen a spike that has. It's just main beam spikes.
Yep. He's actually been on camera pretty regularly.
Dude, that would be target.
That's a 3-year-old spike.
I don't know if he's 3
I'd
years
shoot him
old.
on you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got 2 buck tags.
I don't know if he's 3. You can
Go
back
back.
that up.
These good old Moultrie cameras here.
Them ain't Moultrie. Better get that out.
Hey, if you're having a hard time with your current camera company, we can offer you some assistance. Check out Moultrie Mobile. Actually, it's just Moultrie now.
Dude,
Hunchback.
you need to call that thing like El Matador or something. Toro.
That's El Toro right there.
That's El Toro.
El Toro.
Is there a record for a spike?
I don't know.
The thing about it is, I've never seen one that it's literally just main beams.
But I had a friend, Ben Cole.
Yeah.
He started Rooted Podcast and Rooted Television. He was talking about spikes on his last podcast. And I sent him that picture, that video. I was like, I got one too. But he's got like a 16-inch cow horn spike. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, but not only is he a spike, but he's got a little mass to him.
He's pretty massive.
It's a freaking.
He's got more mass than that deer or that deer.
Yeah.
He's just got beams.
What if it'd be cool if you could like find one that was like straight up.
That's what he just said.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
I was
He
zoned
said
out.
Ben Cole, and the Rooted guy, he's got one with almost 16-inch cow horn spikes.
But
I could get the measurement wrong.
Yeah.
It's like 14.
Dude, what
It's
if you killed
big.
one that had
well,
cow horn spike with just like freaking Coke can?
I feel like you would need to kill that deer because if he got to fighting, he's gonna murder. I don't know if I should use that word on
I mean,
here, but
if a spike ever got the brains, if he got old enough and stayed a spike the whole time and got the brains, dude could be a straight killer.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
he'd be puncturing other deer.
Oh, dude.
It's like that deer I killed last year. He had one eye. He had gaping holes all in him. He'd just been bullied.
He got bullied by.
I don't know what bullied him. Actually, I do know what bullied him, probably. But, yeah, it was bad. He wouldn't have made it through the season. I mean, he would have been infected and nasty.
I don't know. Them dudes are pretty resilient.
Speaking of young deer, that 1.5 year old wide 5-pointer that I had on camera last year, I've never seen him this year.
Hmm.
I
You
haven't
think he
seen him
maybe
yet.
blew up?
Could have.
Yeah.
Or somebody could shot him already.
Hey, I had him in at like 5 yards last year, tempting me to shoot him.
He'd eat good.
Hey, I don't give him no mercy. No.
No.
I'm going to show the guy that video, but that deer that I shot this year, dude, if I'd have been just a little bit more patient, his grandpappy was standing behind him. I didn't even know it.
Yeah, but at the time, you didn't care.
I didn't see your deer you shot
Yeah, I
this
need
year.
to show it to you. I seen him the weekend before, and I done made it up in my mind, like, I'm itching. He's getting a smoke. And he, in fact, got the smoke, but unfortunately, I probably shouldn't.
He saved the life of his buddy.
Yeah. I saved his grandpappy. Watch this video right here. You just gotta watch it for a second.
For those of you at home, he shot a little buck,
Wait, that's the wrong video.
a smaller buck,
All right,
and there was a big buck
No, that ain't even the right video. It's this
right
one.
behind him.
All right, so right there he is. Smoked him. Watch right here. Not that one. Right here. Twice the size. Got it all on film too. It was a perfect day. It was a perfect morning. A perfect setting. 30 yards.
See, patience is a virtue,
That's
my
that
friend.
wide 5-pointer that I had.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, he wouldn't have been tempting me too much.
dude, he's 20 inches wide.
Yeah, he'd have got it last year, wouldn't he? Year and a half.
Did I show you that big deer that I had last
Yeah,
year?
you did. It's a big old freaking Right here it is. Wow, that's a bad picture. Let's keep going. I got one of them in the bed of mine. There he is. His G2s are about that long.
Yeah, about 6-7 inches.
Well, that's a.
But I tell you what, he fries up in a skillet like nothing you ever had.
That's all that matters.
That's how they used to say you can't eat the horns.
I don't.
You know what's crazy is
I hate when people say that.
I was so pumped about 3 does a day this year, and I haven't even smoked the first doe.
That's fixing to say.
We need to just start shooting them.
Let's just have a doe day.
That's
Well, me and Dakota's already been talking about it.
Oh.
We just got to set it up.
Well, and my goal is to fill my freezer full of deer meat this year. And then after
I'd say
that,
we just get
we'll donate.
I'd say we just get our little group together and we just go lay waste to them and
Yeah.
whatever we don't want to keep, we just donate.
And that too, or have a doe day, like Seek One's doing. Like people would come in and donate deer to Hunters for the Hungry.
The only issue with that, and we talked to Matt a little bit about that, because Seek One Matt is the head guy over Hunters for the Hungry. Seek One reached out to him about it, and they're bringing in so many deer that the processor can't keep up, and B, Hunters for the Hungry pays for all that. So if he ain't saying like we don't appreciate it by no means, he's just like, I don't know if we can handle it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And of course, we're probably not going to kill that many deers as all them guys bring in down there.
Speak for yourself.
I don't want to hear it from you. You've already let like 10 does walk.
2.
Too many.
I've let a few.
Yeah.
I'm banging on the rut. I mean, that's all I got to hope for now. I just hope something. I don't know. At this point in the season, I'm lost. Like, it's really bad. And I ain't ever in this predicament this time of year.
Usually I've got some decent deer showing up, but I ain't got.
Yeah. I don't have any.
I ain't been doing. I mean, it's probably a thing about. I ain't put in much work, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the fruits of my labor, and I haven't done much.
That property I hunt, I put in zero work.
yeah.
But cutting brush and making lanes for them to walk. Other than that, I don't do anything for the deer.
I planted a food plot, a small food plot, kind of back in the woods.
But every time I always think about in my head, like every time I'm going to go do a bunch of stuff, I'm like, man, I'm about to disturb all this crap. I want to run them all out of here.
I don't think it matters as long as you
I
don't
don't think it does
consistently do
either.
it. Yeah. They have to be used to the sounds of chainsaws Maybe not in like.
They know when you're there and when you ain't.
Yeah. That's like I was listening to a podcast the other day, and a guy was talking about how he walks out of the field. He'll start barking like a dog. When deer hear dogs or she dogs, they run, but it doesn't startle them because they're used to it, which makes sense. And I feel like
I know some people that pack coyote calls.
yeah, do the same
They'll
thing.
clear the field.
The only problem with that is you're liable to call a coyote in, and when you're walking out, which I about died. Story for another time. Actually, I've done told
That's
it.
probably why I didn't go hunting the last time I was going to go.
It was
Jerk.
I got
stalked.
tracked. These two coyotes tracked me back to my truck, and I didn't have no light.
You sure it was a coyote?
100%.
100%. I turned
It could be a
around.
mountain lion.
No.
He'd probably be dead.
I ended up turning my backpack around and grabbing my pistol and my light.
No, kitty, no.
Yeah.
Get out of here, kitty cat.
As soon as I turned around and shined them, they was like from me to that TV right there. And I was like, oh, God. And, of course, I didn't have a bullet in the chamber because my pistol was in my backpack. It was a whole – it was like the haunted house that you don't want to go to, essentially.
No.
That's one thing that we're going to do where I hunt. All of us are going to go out there and eradicate the freaking coyotes.
Well,
That's so bad.
my fear for the dark screws with a lot of stuff deer hunting for me.
No. You did good, though, when I was with you.
Yeah, if somebody's with me, it ain't bad. But dude, like trekking way back into somewhere in the pitch black dark, you can forget it.
I was on a lease in Winchester, Tennessee. It's about
Are you scared of the dark?
sometimes. When I hear noises I can't explain or tree branches breaking, yeah,
You're like, oh.
the pistol's coming out and something's fixing to get shot. But I was sitting, I just got climbed down. There's a road, pretty much a
Is this evening or morning?
evening. I mean, it's done dusty, dark. And I'm sitting there, didn't have a light on, and putting my packing my stuff away, like putting my ropes back on my sticks, tying them up. And something big walks by me on this road.
Yeah.
And I was like, what in the world is that? I didn't stay there that long. I just grabbed everything I had and ran out of there.
Could've
You don't
been-
know what it was?
I don't know, and I don't care.
It was a squatch.
It could have been.
You didn't like throw the light on it or nothing?
No.
Oh, man.
It's one of them fight or flight, and I chose flight, and I got out of there.
No.
I packed one of those big Fox Pro. I guess it's a gun light. It's like green, white, or infrared. If I see or hear something that in the least way spooks me, I'll light her up, especially since some coyotes.
Oh, my dad got me one for my birthday. Got me a
light.
Baton 3. Dude. Yeah. I will blind somebody. That's what I'm going to walk to and from my stand with.
We've talked about this before, but everybody has different opinions on that. Like,
I don't think it bothers them that bad.
well, the way one of our friends described it is, what do deer do when they see headlights? They just stand there and they watch them. And, I mean, he exclusively only checks his card cameras at night because of that. Which makes sense.
It makes sense.
But
Which you might bump them out of their bed, but they're going to just circle around you
Yeah.
and come back.
I mean, you got to think, like,
unless they wind you at the same time.
I know this is crazy, but, like, put yourself in the deer's position. Like, what are you thinking? Like, is this freaking spaceship?
Well,
What the-
and deer don't see color. They do see white. So I feel like maybe they're like, ooh, the sun's out, or I don't know. That's something that maybe we need to talk about with Bradley too, is like colors and deers and light and all this stuff.
Yeah, because you hear, like, you need to wear a green light or you need to have a red light or blah, blah. You can't see jack crap with a red light, in my opinion. I mean, you can if you're like, if it's like close proximity.
Yeah.
But, like, in a green light, you can see a little bit better with a green light, in my opinion. But you got them good old LED white Just let them ring, son.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like.
Yeah, I like them.
I'm telling you right now.
Red.
If I get some kind of weird feeling or something, some weird sound or something.
Yeah.
Me and Chandler were walking in the woods last year, and dude, it sounded like something. It had to have been a deer, but I don't know. But it was like running towards us, and I was like, put my camera. He's like, put the light down. I'm like, no way, dude. Whatever it is, I want to see it get me.
It's in my backyard. I don't know. What do you think about what's your opinion on cameras and deer? Do you think that cameras scare off big deer?
I think they know it's there. Me and Justin had this conversation. What we run.
Here. You're good, bro.
We both run Wise-Eye, and I don't know. They, of course they know it's there. They can hear it. They can smell the batteries.
Yeah.
The batteries put off an odor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're going to know it's there. They're going to know hear it when it turns into video mode or when it takes a picture. They're going to look up at it.
I think the camera companies have gotten better of disguising or
Yeah, but coming from an animal that's their nose is way stronger than ours and they can hear way better. They can hear.
But a lot of dependence is on their nose.
Yeah.
But I think they get used to it.
Yeah.
Now, I've had some deer.
I was fixing to say, I think a lot of them get used to it, like you said, or a lot of them, they don't even, like, it's not even on the radar.
Yeah.
But we've had some bucks, some big, some small. Dude, good luck getting them in front of it. And when they are in front of it, dude, they are, like, so on edge, you can tell.
Yeah. I mean, I've had some deer this year, actually this month. They're
Freaked out.
eating mineral, and you could tell they're on edge about something.
Yeah.
But they're not looking at the camera; they're looking away. And all of a sudden, you get a video of them running off. Don't know what it is. 20 minutes later, they'll come back.
Squatch.
You know what I think we should do? I think not right now because it's like primo, but I think next year for the first whole month of deer hunting, we pull our cameras, don't put them back up until October 1st, and we just do some old-fashioned deer hunting the hard way.
I'd love to do it.
I've
And
done
just for science. I mean, see what the numbers look like. Like, we might turn into twice as good hunters as we ever thought we was.
Oh, dude, I've done said it in previous episodes. I rely way too much. A lot of the deer movement, the idea of deer movement I have is based on what my cameras tell me, and that is so far from the truth.
So wrong.
Well, it's getting so much easier to rely on that stuff.
Well, it gets easy to say, well, I'm not going there because I ain't had a picture in 2 days.
Well,
when in all reality, I've, where we went for velvet,
yeah,
I've been there and seen a ton of deer and then never stepped foot in front of the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've talked about this with everybody, but like camera companies now are Wise-Eye, and then I know Moultrie as well. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing by no means, but like they're pulling data based on deer movement that you can be like a deer caster essentially, which don't promote but don't help that either. You know what I mean?
No, it
technology is making
double-edged sword.
Yeah, exactly. And I ain't saying it can't be a good tool, but it's definitely
it can be relied on too much.
Yeah, it's making it easier to not hunt. Is what I'm getting at, especially on days like this weekend.
Yeah, unless you got in your mind that like, and I've heard Locke Wheeler from Scree talk about this. Was it me and you that talked to him?
No, it was Michael.
Me and Michael talked to him, and we were talking about strategy and stuff, and he was talking about how, and I don't even know this has to do with his cameras, but a lot of it probably has to do with cameras. Talking about instead of using like, I'm going to put the seat time in tactic,
Mm-hmm.
you're just looking at past data and what your cameras are telling you.
Yeah.
And you hunt the most optimal days.
Yeah. Which makes sense for
Which makes sense.
the working man.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely for the working man. I mean, me, Dakota, and Scott were talking about this earlier. It's like, how do these dudes like just take off and go for weeks at a time? Like,
Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool.
I don't get it, but
It would be fun. But in what scenario, say if you are gone somewhere for a week at a time, to somewhere you've never been, and you don't have trail camera data to rely on, what do? You go back to the
You're
old
hunting
school
sign.
way. Yeah.
I think the people that see, I'm obviously I can see sign, but like far as like, I don't know, you hear like people like Lee from Seek One, and you know, there's tons of big buck smashers and good outdoorsmen.
Yeah.
Scott's one of them too, about like sign reading and putting pieces of the puzzle together. I wouldn't consider my expertise to be that great, to be honest with you. I've been hunting my whole life.
Yeah.
But those guys that can put pieces together like that pretty quick,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why they're so successful.
Yeah.
Anywhere you want to toss them out.
Yeah, I agree. You know what we should do? We should call Scott and get a little rut report. You think he's out yet?
I don't know. You can try.
Hey, will you turn the Bluetooth volume up? If my phone rings in the middle of this, it might be kind of.
I mean, do you hunt a lot of like physical sign, or you
No,
rely a lot on cameras?
So, what I've done all my life is I know where the deer, because
Right.
I pretty much live in the woods. When I was younger, I knew where the deer were. I knew where they're going to be.
Oh, your main spots.
Yeah. But if I go into something new, it's a toss-up.
That's like me, dude.
It's a toss-up.
Because if you use the seat time tactic, I feel like you waste. You could say that you're going to waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because you're waiting on them to show you the sign versus going out there and beating the woods down
I
and
agree.
finding it.
I'm a firm believer. Maybe not on a property I hunt all the time, but like, not even like 2 sits. If I see deer on the second sit, 3 sits. After 3 sits, I'm making a move. I'm doing something different. If I'm hunting somewhere out of state, essentially, because I mean,
You don't have time to waste.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, 3 would really be pushing it, but let's see if he'll answer here. Why is it all scratchy? We turn that volume down for a second.
There you go.
What is this?
Your call has been.
Oh, he didn't answer. He's still in class. Cut that out, Michael. But yeah, for sure.
Look at the time on that and write it down.
It's
So, what do y'all think about making scrapes or scent-wise?
I like scrapes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but they probably need to be, well, I mean, if you're going to hunt them, you know, whatever. But it is cool to put them in front of a camera.
No, well, like, do y'all use a scrape lure?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. I mean, Dan, Old Indian Tricks,
Yeah. But if nobody knew about Old Indian Tricks, what would you do? Go to Walmart, get Tank
oh, dude,
69?
yeah. I've used Tink 69,
For
Cold
a
Blue,
long time.
Black Widow,
What do
all your big box.
How do you feel about peeing in them?
That's what I was
I
getting
think
at.
it's, I don't,
Some say the ammonia from.
dude, I've peed around my tree stand all my life, and I don't think they raise an eyebrow whatsoever at it.
I was always taught, and this could be completely backwards, that if you pee directly in the dirt neutralizes the odor of the pee, but the ammonia can still be scented, which is the same like deer ammonia.
I'm under the impression that they're occupied with their species and that's about it.
So what I've gathered from it is urine from a human or a deer or a fox, raccoon, dog, as soon as it hits the dirt, over time it just becomes urine.
Yeah.
They can't just walk by and be like, well,
this is this.
So and so just peed here. It just becomes a urine that they smell.
Yeah.
It's kind of universal.
Yeah.
It just smells like
I could
pee.
be wrong. But
Yeah. I don't know. I peed in them before, and deer walk right by them.
Yeah.
And smell into them.
Yeah, but it ain't like they don't. I don't think they do anything like special or any like.
No,
they don't
no,
make
no,
them
no.
mad or anything like
No.
that.
My favorite's when you make a nice fresh scrape with this expensive pee, and then a coyote comes by and pees and poops in it.
Yep.
That happens every time.
Oh yeah.
Have you this time of year? I like to move my cameras to scrapes. Y'all do similar stuff? You hunt scrapes during the rut, or what do you
Not
hunt
really.
during the rut per se?
So during the rut, I'm just hunting,
Just
just
hunting.
watching deer
Movement.
movement.
Yeah.
If I'm set up on my spot and a deer's moving, because where I hunt at one of my leases, there's a creek that runs right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
If they're moving on the other side of the creek, I'm crossing that creek and I'm going over there. I'm sitting up.
Yeah. A lot of people say they like to hunt the does. A lot of people say they like to hunt the scrapes or the.
Yeah, I'm probably why I haven't been successful is probably because, I don't, like I said, I just go to where traditionally they've always been
Yeah.
on the properties that I've always hunted.
And
And
Hunter
if they're just not there, then they're just not there.
and Hunter also says why he hasn't been successful, but he's Mr. Putnam County record holder.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah,
Sometimes you luck up.
yeah. I mean, dude, I don't care what you say. There are better hunters than certain out there.
Oh yeah.
There's tons of things you can do to increase the odds. But at the end of the day, like that deer can go anywhere in the world, in anywhere.
Yeah.
And they walk in front of you. I mean, it's
Yeah, I know.
you know what I mean?
Well,
like
just like
it's
that buck-
a lot of luck.
For sure.
just like that buck I hunted last year religiously. I mean, when I first seen him,
Yeah, what if you'd have killed him? What if you'd have killed him the first time you seen him?
yeah. If I was in that stand that day, he walked by and I shot him, I wouldn't have never knew he was there.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know he was there.
Yeah.
He was just passing through.
And that's what makes the rut so fun to hunt.
The rut is fun. I don't go blasted for what I'm about to say, but I just hate the unpredictable part of it.
And it's very unpredictable.
See, I don't. I like the unpredictable part because I'm one of those guys to where I play the unpredictable to my advantage.
Yeah, and I mean,
because
I do as
I'm
well,
not
but-
as good at getting out there and having the time to put in and all that good stuff.
And I think we all do that. Like, I mean, I'm liable to go in the morning and see deer I've never seen before and
Yep.
pull the trigger on one, which that's fine. But if I've got, and this goes back to the camera thing as well, like you got data on a deer and then the rut comes and you're like, MIA.
Yeah.
He might come through, he might not. But I might see one twice his size come through as well. I ain't saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people get hung up on too. That the average working man hunter is not. We watch YouTube and we watch all these awesome guys kill these, but I mean, dude, they're hunting consecutive days,
Yeah.
nonstop. Like this is what they're doing for a living,
Yeah.
or they just get to do it a lot more than the average guy that has a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Weekend warrior.
Yeah. So in saying that, the weekend warrior or the average working hunter, I feel like your tactics have to change.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
You know what I mean? Because you don't have that intel or that luxury of getting out there and, you know, the shoe leather express and beating the woods down and finding that sign. So it's more, you know, maybe you do have some more observation sits or wasted sits because you haven't had the time to put in just, you know, exactly pinpoint where the action's going on.
For sure. 100%. And go ahead.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
So with hunters like that, it good for them that can go out in velvet season.
Yeah, I love to
early
watch their
season,
videos.
and tag out
quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But they're missing so many bucks during the rut that they won't never see again. They're passing
True.
through.
I mean, I've never thought about that too.
You know, that's always one thing that's got me is
so there is a bright side to it
to the rut.
Yeah.
Because I won't, unless if a 180 walks through with that big deer that I saw last year, unless if he walked through and I tagged out, I'm not going to kill a deer until the rut.
Yeah.
Until late November, December, and early January.
Unless for some crazy reason you get another hammer that walks by.
I'm not going to kill anything but those.
Yeah.
You know, because I never know what that next day is going to come.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. The older I get, the more I'm just like, dude, you know, because I used to be like those guys that are just like, oh, shoot whatever makes you happy. Dude, every day that goes on, I get more like that now.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, if you killed one like this,
Yeah.
dude,
whatever.
good deal.
And we've talked about this before, but like taking the life of an animal is a sacred thing.
Yeah.
What's up? Okay. You're good.
Okay.
Well, it was good having you, Dakota.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming down.
We'll come down more. Yeah, just figured today.
We'll have to do an episode to be continued.
Yeah, because we
Dakota.
was in deep.
Yeah, Dakota edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunter, glad you finally come out of your chair.
Hey, there's not many people I would do it for, but Dakota is probably the top of the list.
Yeah. You can catch both of these guys, all of us actually, at some trade shows this year. I'm sure Dakota will be hot and heavy on the trade show trail, and Hunter will too, like always.
Yeah, and I mean, come out to the trade show just to hang out. I mean, you ain't got to come to spend no money.
No, like we like talking just as much as we like selling saddles.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody's got a different story, but we appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.